Hey everyone, and welcome back to Woo Woo Wednesday, where I share my intuitive insight and weekly wisdom with you. I'm Brittany Carmichael, the founder of Shine School, The Elevated Life, and the Shine from the Inside Oracle, where I empower women to break free of the fear that stops them from shining their authentic light. You know, last week I was out of town doing my own healing. We had so much throat chakra healing. If you guys didn't get a chance to check out my posts in the Shine Tribe or over on my Instagram, I shared a lot about actually going to my holistic dentist down in Houston and ended up turning into a throat chakra healing session with her and another healer. So, you know, I was doing my own healing on Woo Woo Wednesday last week, and next week I'll be out of town doing some more healing by going to the woods. Oh my gosh, this hawk, ADD guys, this hawk just freaking swooped by, and I live in the city, so you know like hawks are like a freaking spiritual omen, and I always see these birds like as a symbol when we get closer and closer to the woods. We're going to our favorite place in Oklahoma. And every time we get closer to that area, birds start swooping and flying. You're like, oh, that's when you know you're in the country. And I feel like this spiritual like symbol right now, you know, hawks are spiritual messengers. And I feel like being here delivering Woo Woo Wednesday today is a beautiful gift to be able to give you guys. So thank you so much for being here. If you're tuning in live, let me know, where are you watching from? Is this your first time? And are you ready for the changes that are going down? I know that we've been transforming literally since the get-go of this year. We've been thinking about what are the changes that we need to make, what areas do we need to focus on, how can I improve my own self and health. And with all the external things that are going on right now, it's just a reflection for us to look within and realize the best that we can do, the best that we can contribute is to manage our own energy and to show up in a peaceful and loving way. So if there is something that limits you from expressing love, then it's our time right now to do some of the healing internal work that we need to do in order to let our light shine. You know, it's been an interesting retrograde, lots of planets in retrograde, but we know that Mercury just went direct and everyone freaks out when Mercury goes retrograde. Well, what I love about it is a chance to reset. It's a chance to do something new, and it's a lot of the times reconnections and old reunions. And for me, my little sister just graduated high school and we went back to where I went to school, and it just had all these memories coming up. You know, remembering is also a part of Mercury retrograde. And so I was remembering all the different things, and I ran into one of my very best friends that I had growing up, and it was so crazy. I'm like, and tomorrow I'm going to get my hair done by my other best friend growing up from Farmersville, and she just did my hair, I did hers. We've both been doing hair 14, 15 years, and this was the first time we ever connected to do each other's hair, and it was really cool. So I said, listen, if your cousin shows up, then I know something's going down, because that would be all like my best friends growing up. So I want to know, have you been seeing old relationships come up, whether to be healed or nurtured or even released? I'd love to know where you are at on your journey with connections with other people and your own healing. You know, we're being thrown in the process of transformation, and what's beautiful about being thrown in the fire is that the phoenix rises, and there's always something beautiful that happens on the other side if you're willing to let go of what isn't working for you anymore. Natalie says hi from Scotland. Hello, Elizabeth. Hey, Michelle. I love your deck. Thank you so much. Tuning in from Toronto. It's so good to see you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you know a soul sister who would love this message, please tag them below and let them know we're about to get started. So, of course, I'll be pulling a card from my Shine from the Inside Oracle, and I have just been loving the messages that are coming from here. Obviously, I know I wrote the damn deck, so I'm biased, but what's really cool is getting to see you guys use it and see how those messages are empowering you and inspiring you. The best messages I'm getting are, hey, I pulled a card every day this week, and guess what? I got the same card. It's not getting the same card that surprises me. That magic shocked the shit out of me many years ago when I got started with cards. The magic that I saw in that message was, I'm using it every day. And that was my whole goal and intention behind creating a beautiful oracle deck around self-love and self self-care rituals. I took all of the lessons from my online course, Shine School, that teaches you how to be your authentic self and to reclaim your power. And I wanted to be able to give you guys that message in a beautifully packaged way that would inspire you to really commit to those rituals on a daily basis. So I'm just so thankful for everyone who has supported the creation of the Shine from the Inside Oracle. It really means the world to me. We're actually about to place our second order, and we had our first big, real big wholesale order over in China. So it's like the deck is spreading across the globe. People are getting their hands on it all over the place during the quarantine, and actually still right now, if you live out of the country, Amazon is not shipping overseas. So I've actually been personally mailing this deck to so many people from South America to Europe to Asia. It's been really, and Australia, lots, and a lot of you UK girls, I appreciate that, but so many of you have been supportive of this deck from all over the globe, and that just means that the messages ring true no matter what culture or country you come from. And I'm just so grateful for your support and your love surrounding it. Okay, I'm just gonna tune in. Yes, one of my favorite decks ever. Oh, thank you so much. It really means the world to me. I wanted to create something that was beautiful and practical and fucking powerful. I didn't want just a fluffy, frou-frou, pretty deck. I wanted a pretty deck that would knock your fucking socks off and get you to realize these truths that you've been avoiding. So I'm excited to see what comes up today. I'll show you guys, in case you haven't seen it yet, here's the back artwork. Jenna Kane is my artist, and she is phenom. I am so grateful to have worked with another Libra sister, and here are the cards. Now, okay, something interesting. My girlfriend today came into the salon to do my hair, and she's like, I want to pull a card. Let's do it. This was the card she pulled. Ask for help, it doesn't make you weak. And I mean, you see these two girls holding each other, and we'd been friends since like 7th grade. And so I said, you know, this is so crazy. I feel like that's us on this deck. I haven't seen her in over a decade. So it was really beautiful to reconnect. And you know, she even said, like, if you like this, if I like this, like, you want to keep doing each other's hair? I'm like, hell yeah, let's do this. So the answer really is ask. Yesterday we taught in the Elevated Life Membership Club a whole masterclass on leadership. And one of the things that came up was my mother-in-law's wise advice of the answer is no if you don't ask. Especially if it's already no, it doesn't hurt to ask. So we talked about how leadership and leaders really have the courage and the boldness to take that one step further. And honestly, I have this quote going around Instagram that says the world bends for the bold. And what I mean by that is if you have the courage to take action outside your comfort zone, you activate some kind of spiritual magic that meets you with the opportunity that you're seeking. But it only comes when you take that leap of faith or that step outside your comfort zone. Hey Stacy, what's up? Oh, hey Claire, it's good to see you. All right, let me see, what else are you guys saying? I want to catch up with your comments really quick. And this deck helped me to meet you and get into TEL and to heal and grow. This art is so amazing. Oh my God, thank you so much. Thank you for sending it to me. Oh, I'm so glad it arrived. That was another thing, shipping it overseas during the quarantine situation. There are some decks that are still stuck in Jamaica, and I sent them in March. So I resent them. So if you're anyone who did not receive a deck, just let me know. I mean, I'll check your tracking, but you know, just in case. All right, revisiting the hurt I felt when I did not receive the support I needed from my family when I had left a narcissistic ex-husband, having to illuminate that shadow with love and choose forgiveness to heal. Very powerful, Marissa. Oh my gosh. You know, it's really, really important for us to honor the darkness that is coming up. It's coming up to be released, not to be relived. You guys hear me? The darkness, the pain, all of this trauma from the past is coming up to be released, not to be relived. Let it go. The past is over. The pain of the past is over. Don't carry that burden into tomorrow. Take the wisdom, which feels light and loving, and accept the lesson that may be hard. If you're still having a struggle with resentment or unforgiveness, it's because you have not accepted the way that it is. And sometimes it's not fair. You might be on the other side, but you don't know what I've been through. It doesn't matter what you've been through. What matters is what you do with it. That's where the lesson of growth and wisdom comes from. We can be stuck in our pain and never grow, or we can transcend it. and forgiveness and a higher perspective. There's a lot that is involved. It's not an easy process. I'm not saying this is for kindergartners, okay? I never said that was easy. That's why I'm in business of helping people transition and transform and heal that darkness. I help the healers heal and the leaders lead, because even those people have the shadows and the layers that need to be peeled back. So it's really fun to work with people who are willing to accept that sometimes this work isn't easy, and it's so worth it. All right, I have just shuffled a bazillion quadrillion times. I have caught up with all your comments, I think. Oh, hang on. Also, I literally just asked for your help, which is something I have had to overcome from being okay with asking and not just relying on my own strength. Oh God. Chris said yesterday, it blew all of our minds. He said, leaders don't have to carry all the weight. Thank you for that permission. It like let everyone relax and realize like we don't have to do it all. We cannot do it all. Me sitting here is not me doing this by myself. There's so much involved. Hell, you guys being on the other receptive side is a part of the process. Without you, there's no magic. So I love that you're able to accept that and know that you don't have to do it all. Okay, all caught up with your comments. Elizabeth says, releasing my old people pleasing, putting myself and my needs first. That keeps coming up for me. Oh my God, I know. I think so many empaths and lovers and nurturers have a really hard time with people pleasing because they want to help everyone, but sometimes it's enabling and not helping. Natalie says, love, love, love your cards. Oh, thank you so much. Michelle says, totally feel the power. Love them. Thank you, Brittany and Jenna. The artwork is absolutely beautiful. Oh, thank you so much. Hey, Bria. Michelle says, I'm buying you this deck, to her friend Val. Oh my gosh, you guys are amazing. You guys rock. Plan a retreat. I know. I would love to. I was planning on doing it in November, but I just don't know what the heck is going on with everything. I do have a space local here in Dallas that I know we could use. So yeah, if you're actually like, I don't care what's going on, let's get together, let me know, send me a DM. And if there's enough of you, then we'll make it happen. It's actually been coming up in my thoughts a lot lately. Like I miss that so much. And actually 5 of the, we call them OGs, original goddesses, were on the Elevated Life Live Masterclass yesterday. And when we were talking with everyone, I was like, we need an Elevated Life Mastermind or, retreat. So I'm kind of feeling like all of us coming together is something that needs to happen, especially because my goddess gatherings have been on pause for anyone who's local. But again, I think I have a space that we can all come together and make it happen. So if I've gotten so many messages like, I ain't scared, I'm coming. So if that's you and you are ready to connect, then be on the lookout, because I think we're gonna have a goddess gathering in August, despite, or we'll just go with the flow. Okay, let's do this. I'm ready to read for you guys. I'm going to shuffle with the intention that we receive the 3 messages that we need most for this moment in our life, what we can focus on for our self-love and self-care. And honestly, I feel like we need to focus on what needs to be healed so that we can move forward without the burdens and the pains of the past. So let's see what comes up. 2 cards already. I miss the OGs. Cards. Oh, I know. Oh, the goddess gathering, sorry. The font on this Instagram and my eyeballs are not working today. I miss the goddess gatherings as well. I really do miss seeing you guys and like connection. That's like why I started it, is because so many of us are closed off, and I use that opportunity to walk you through healing and meditation to unpack all the heaviness, the burdens, the layers, and to break down the wall you've built around your heart so that you can let that love and light in. Okay, let's see. Leaders don't need to do everything. I love that wording. Oh man, and actually I was listening to the masterclass this morning because I'm just channeling, y'all. I don't know what comes out. I know it's powerful, but I actually went back to listen, and I was just like, every time Chris spoke, literally, I was just like, oh my God, freaking bing, bing, all these light bulbs are going off, so it's amazing. Destiny says, I would love to meet you in person. Oh, do you know almost every person that has come across like the Shine Tribe or worked with me that has said, I want to meet you, has manifested it in some magical way. I don't know if you guys remember the story where I was at the San Francisco airport and I walked out the door to leave and I passed someone. I was like, oh man, my intuition was like, that was Stacy. I'm like, no way, no way. And I just blurted, Stacy. She turned around and was like, Brittany? And we had like that moment where we ran and hugged and cried, and it was so amazing. And then Megan, who I just went down to Houston to go see for my tooth, she had booked a tarot reading with me 2 years ago, and she was saying to her, she said, I reached out to her and I was like, I think I need to come see you to get my tooth done. I'm willing to drive to Houston. She goes, that is so freaking weird that you're messaging me this right now, because I literally just said earlier today, man, I really wish I could meet them. What? So if that is part of your, you know, your desire, then put it out there and we'll have a retreat. God is gathering something. We'll come all together. I would be really incredible. Okay, let's do this. Oh, Tony, it's so good to see you. I want to meet you too. Well, girl, I will come to Scotland just for that, because if you got a bed and some vegan snacks, like, count me in. And that's another thing. A lot of you guys that live all over the world have said, hey, I'd love to have you over. I'd love to host you. I will be there with bells on, okay? So if you have a bed for Chris and I and some vegan snacks, count us in. All right, first card for today, one of my favorite cards ever, breathe in bliss and exhale bullshit. Let's do that all together collectively. Breathe in together, breathing in deep. Hold it at the top, pause until it's almost uncomfortable. And then exhale, sigh it out. Oh. Let's do it one more time. Breathing in deep, allow your belly to expand, your shoulders to relax. Hold it. Hold it. And this time I want you to really let your body relax on the exhale. Sigh it out. And then shake it out. This is one of my favorite cards to remind you that it is time to step away and find your center. Yoga, meditation, walks in nature, good sex with an intimate partner. All of these things bring you into the present moment, and that is the only space that is real. And when this card comes up, it's a reminder that maybe you've been like caught up in your thoughts, you've been caught up in other people's drama, and this is an opportunity for you to take a step back, for you to say, you know what, this is too much for me to handle right now, and to know your limits. This is a card that says come back home to yourself. What do you need right now to be able to find bliss, to find peace, to find release? What is that for you? I want to hear it in the comments below. It's yoga, it's meditation, it's talking to my kids, maybe not. It's taking a walk with my dog in nature. It's this, it's that, it's cooking, it's cleaning. My mom loves to meditate while she cleans. It's crazy, but it works for her. I wish I could get into that. So I want to know, what is that modality, that ritual, that tool that you use to come back to your center of peace? You know, when a lot of drama comes up, or stress or anxiety, especially with all the rules and the misinformation, and we don't know what the fuck is going on, it can be overwhelming. And so what I encourage you, what this card is saying, is come back home to you, because the truth is within and you know how it feels. But you can't feel your truth if you're too stressed, too worried, too anxious, because your body's sending you all these signals of like, ah! And when your body is screaming at you, it's really hard to hear those gentle whispers that your soul is singing to you. Slow down, I need rest, just say no. So what can you say no to so that you can say yes to you? What is that modality for you? How do you like to relax? For me, it's definitely yoga. Love me some meditation, and even more than all of that, I love working with Chris to do hypnosis. That's his specialty. He's been doing it for 21 years, and that and mushrooms. If you guys didn't catch the Elevated Life, the last podcast on episode 8 on our first experience with psychedelic mushrooms, like, go listen now, because it was the turning point for all the things that we are now experiencing that we dreamed of a decade ago. But I didn't know the plan, and I didn't know how it was going to be possible, but I trusted the process, and I surrendered and literally just allowed my soul to guide me every step of the way. Hell, I created an oracle deck because my soul was like, you should do this. I'm like, okay, how do we get started? And I think that's really the thing you guys need to take away and remember, is that none of us have a plan. None of us know exactly what to do. And even if someone gives you the step-by-step 1 through 100 plan, you're going to have to deviate from it. You're gonna have to be flexible. You're gonna have to change. It might be outdated. When you get to step 50, by the way that technology and things are changing around here, your plan may be outdated. So you have to have the confidence enough to trust in your own intuition to say, okay, I'm at a fork in the road. I guess it's time to choose a new path. Like, what way do I want to go? And give yourself that freedom to say, you know what, that's not working anymore. Let's try something new. Rebecca says, I've been tuning in deep into intuition of what I need. There you go. More rest, more magazine flipping, more baths with candles, more time by and in the water. How do I buy your cards? I live in Australia. Okay, so I can either ship you a deck from Australia, or I have a distributor named Tina here in the Shine Tribe, and she has a boutique that is called something Flamingo. I will get back to you. So you can either buy it through her, or I can personally mail you one. If you are interested, just send me a DM and I'll help you out. Okay, Amy says, hi Britt, I'm finally coming back home. Woo woo, feels so good. Okay, deep conversations with the person I love because I can be myself. Oh yes, Scarlett, that is one of my favorite ways to really connect because it brings you into the present moment. All right, let's move on to the next card. Dead. Literally just talked about stepping outside your comfort zone at the beginning of this video. Does anyone remember me saying, like, you have to step outside your comfort zone? You have to have that courage, because that's where the magic happens. Literally says step out of your comfort zone and try something new. Whoa, I just love the magic behind this deck, and even seeing the combinations of cards that come up every week is like, what? Those go together so perfectly for what's going on, or the message that's coming through. So this card is a reminder that magic only happens outside your comfort zone, and let's be honest, there is nothing comfortable about the comfort zone, because anytime you're in a comfort zone, you're stagnant, you're stale, and honestly, it can get depressing. We like energy, we like movement, we like change. Whether you realize it or not, every single moment of your life is changing. You feel like your routines and rituals make you feel comfortable and safe and secure, but the truth is, all of us have had our routines ripped out from under us in the last few months. So that really shakes things up and makes us live in the present moment. So this is saying, your comfort zone maybe your comfort zone is small and it's time to expand it. You know, maybe it's time to like let your boundaries go out a little bit more, so you're trying new things but you don't feel outside your comfort zone. Maybe you've just created such a tight bubble that's so secure so you don't feel hurt, you feel more safe with a small bubble. Maybe this is a call to expand it just a little bit so you can come out of your shell and start shining your light and be seen. This is a card that says every time you step outside your comfort zone, you will be met with a new opportunity and experience that will match your level of faith and belief that you have in yourself and the direction that you're taking. All right, I'm just gonna catch up with your comments. Moving to a beach where I have no family yet is definitely out of my comfort zone, but I'm excited about being close to the ocean, even if it's during the Rona. I think all of us have been called to go to nature during this time because, you know, Albert Einstein said it best, look deep within to nature and then you'll begin to know the truth. And I really feel when we connect with the trees or the water, the mountains, or even flower essences is such a great way to get back in touch with your own intuition. You know, before we had technology and dictionaries and all this shit, we had to rely on our own wisdom, and we've been taken so far off that path that we don't trust ourselves. We look to authoritarian positions, people outside of ourselves to guide our life. And to me, I just, there's no way to live. I'm just saying. You did your hair? I sure did. I was just sharing earlier that I reconnected with a girlfriend that I was best friends with in middle school and high school. We went our separate ways over the last decade, and Mercury retrograde brought us back together so that we could pamper each other. And it's still wet. I was like, should I go on with like this color in my hair? Should I take a shower? Took care of myself and took a shower. Oh my good Lord, stay away from drama today. I think there's a clear message that it's all time for us to get off of social media. Really quick, Brooke says, oh my God, I love your hair. When I got home, Chris said, Brooke asked me what color you were doing. Is it gonna be pink or purple? Well, the answer is both, because my long ass hair takes 4 tubes of color and I only have 3 tubes of pink, and so we did lavender on the ends. Okay, go do your yoga and meditation after this, because holy smokes, the message is loud and clear. Plus, like, hey, moon time over here. So it's like, you know, staying away, knowing when you have the energy to give and knowing when you have nothing left to take a step back, to take your baths with candles, to do your meditation, to do the things that you need to refill your soul. This is your message for this week and this weekend. What can you do to step away from the toxic? If there's anybody that, if you have any toxic ties in your relationship, this is the time to start ending it. And also, really challenge yourself to ask, what is it that I need and where do I want to be going? This is saying when you step outside your comfort zone and try something new, whether that's a new way of eating, a new way of thinking, a new way of living, a new job, a new relationship, this is saying if you have the courage to try something new, you're going to be led down a different path that has more of those puzzle pieces that you're looking for. Thank you, Stacy. I appreciate that. Raising monarchs and following through with it. I know I have 7 chrysalis. Oh my gosh, I love that so much. Like, you guys know, like, butterflies are one of my favorite symbols for transformation. I love helping people transform and heal their darkness into light, and really, really fascinating. When I saw my girlfriend that I was friends with at the graduation yesterday, I hadn't seen her in many years, she said, wow, every time I look at you on social media, you're just shining. And I was like, whoa. She's like, you just are light. I'm like, I healed all my darkness. I healed my anger. I healed my hate. And now I feel nothing but love and peace. I mean, sure, PMS, I get annoyed sometimes, but like, I can come back to it. And that's what this message is about. What are the tools that you use to be able to practice, to be able to sit in a shitstorm and still maintain your bliss, your calm, and your peace? Because when you can do that, when you can sit in the middle of chaos and maintain your calm, you then have gained your power. You have reclaimed your power. You no longer play victim. You don't give it away when you know that that person does not even need your energy, and you keep those reserves for yourself. This is the message. What are you doing to find that inner calm and that inner peace? Elizabeth says, oh my God, Britt, I have a friend who is trying to bring me into her toxic divorce. Want me to be there for her, but it's too draining for me. I've put up boundaries with her. Hell fucking yeah. I mean, I know that it, like, as empaths, we want to help, but them dragging, it's like, you, if someone's drowning and they're fucking pulling you down, you're both drowning, okay? So if you want to be able to maintain that, to be able to help someone, you have to stay afloat. And if that means not getting sucked into that negativity and having those boundaries, listening but not like absorbing the drama, I think, you know, I think that's the healthiest way that you're gonna either maintain that relationship or end that relationship. It seems like lots of relationships might be ending for this chick. Destiny says, you're shining so bright. I love this reading so much. Oh my God, thank you so much. You guys are freaking amazing. I know I have a call. Chris and I have a coaching call with one of our elevators coming up, so I should probably hop off of here. Any thoughts, questions, ideas? I've got a couple questions over here. Does weed or cannabis count? I don't know what you mean by count. Like, I am a very big fan. Oh yes, is that as a meditative tool? Yes, of course, nature-based. I loved all these messages. Britt, really needing this topic. Keep glowing. Oh my gosh, you guys are so amazing. Shared and patient. What else? For relaxing. Duh, girl. Yes. I mean, it's a God-given freaking plant that grows all over the world in most climates. So don't you think it's part of the process? Why do you think it's illegal? Because it connects us back to our truth. When we are relaxed, we actually gain, we bring ourselves up to the alpha brainwave state. We talk about this in the meditation masterclass in the Elevated Life. If you're in beta brainwave state, which is what most people are all the time, it's like a fight or flight kind of process. You do not access intuition on your beta brainwave, and that's the state that most people are in. If you want to rise to the alpha brainwave and start to slow those things down, when you relax your mind, your thoughts, and your thinking, that is only when you can receive the intuition. So if you're someone who is stressed the F out, you're constantly worried, you're constantly thinking, your mind is like, Chris taught an amazing meditation yesterday in the master class. I'm going to share it real quick with you guys before I go. Imagine your thoughts as bubbles, and every time they pop up, you have the ability to pop them and release them so that you can create the space for your intuition to come through. All right, Elizabeth says, love seeing you today. Thank you so much. Thank you, you are amazing. Thank you, Margaret. It has been so long, sadly, since I've signed on and looked. This was exactly what I needed to hear and do. Thank you, Britt. Thank you so much, Amy. It's so good to see you here. Thanks for confirming what I knew. Yeah, trust yourself. I've been telling everyone, trust your gut, trust your gut. Let's see. Anything else? You are just made of magical fairy dust, and I love you so much. Thank you. It took a long time for me to get this sparkle magic shining and out into the world, so it feels really good to be able to do that now. I appreciate you noticing and recognizing, and to be honest, namaste, because it's just a reflection of your sparkle magic. Don't allow people to pull you down into their vibration. Instead, invite them to rise up. Yeah, what I have found is that's very uncomfortable for people to expect them to rise to our level. So we set the example and we hope for the best. All right, let's see. Anything else? I don't think so. Butterflies, dragonflies, oh, love it. You guys are awesome. Okay, I'm out. Thank you guys so much. I will not be live for Wednesday next week. I will be out in the woods with literally no service, so I'm gonna take time to recharge, to stay away from drama, and to find my inner bliss by connecting with the trees. I love trees so much. They make me so happy. So I'll be spending time out in the woods, and I hope you guys find that tool and that modality that you need to find your inner bliss. I will catch you guys. We've got a Elevated Life podcast coming out. How do you guys like the podcast? Chris and I are having a real good time doing it and sharing a lot of our intimate stories. So we've got a podcast dropping on Friday. We'll have one going out every Friday moving forward, but you know, things are changing around here, so we're just kind of going with the flow. So we'll have a new podcast out for you on Friday, and I will catch you guys the week after for Wednesday. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate it. Love you all. Have a wonderful weekend. Peace.